Hello, beautiful Brunei. Welcome to another new episode of The Real Show. My name is Del, and this episode we're gonna bring you the spoiler film review of
Yes.
Focus, starring Will Smith and Margot Robbie. And I just want to introduce to you the people on this episode. As usual, Zol.
Guys, hello. Happy
And
Sunday.
what?
Happy Sunday to you guys.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
And as well as my new friend. No, he's not my new friend. He's my old friend. New guest on the show, Ali.
Hello. Hi, Ali.
So today we are in Mr. Baker's Cafe in Ganong Central, and we are here on a Sunday afternoon bringing you this episode of Focus. Remember, it's a spoiler field, so if you've not seen it, you may not want to watch this yet, but come back to us when you've watched it and then join in our discussion. So let me come to you first, Zol. Any expectation going into this movie? Do you think it was going to be good or bad or?
Um, well, it's Will Smith. So with Will Smith, you expect a movie from Will Smith to be good. You know what I mean? Okay, let's not count Wild Wild West. Yeah, okay. But I still watched it anyway. I enjoyed that movie. Yeah? But I knew coming into this movie that any movie that Will Smith makes will definitely be something you'll enjoy, except for After Earth.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, anything else after that was fine, In Pursuit of Happiness,
Yes.
I Robot,
Yes.
I Am Legend.
Yes.
These were all epic movies, and these were all Will Smith movies, and they delivered. And the same as Focus as well. I mean, there were a lot of goods, a few bads as well, but overall, an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, to me, I think I really enjoyed Will Smith's movie as well. Uh, I I even enjoyed After Earth a lot because I got something out of that movie which no one else in this world has.
That's which is,
Huh?
which is.
It's about fear and overcoming fear, and it was very clear in the end when Will Smith's son battled the monster, and that monster represented fear. It's a whole thing to get into. Let's not go into that now.
Yes, sure not.
But I really like his. I'm not a super big fan of Will Smith, but I do enjoy his movies, and he makes good movies. He's like he's like to a certain extent like Tom Cruise. Never never really soar, but his movies are usually solid in that sense.
Or like Denzel.
Or like Denzel. Okay. But and this one is starring Margot Robbie as well,
Yep.
and they will be together again in Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
So it was interesting to see if their chemistry
The
worked.
chemistry, and
Yeah.
it worked. For
And
them,
it worked.
both,
It worked. I thought it worked. Yeah.
Ali, yes sir.
Okay. Before the movie itself, I only like 1 month ago, so I have no expectations. We only watched the trailer.
Yeah.
Even when watching the trailer, the, the we are left with no imagination in terms of what the movie is all about.
Yeah, I didn't think the trailer gave away
Too
too much
much,
of the plot,
exactly.
right?
That's
I personally thought it was going to be another gambling heist. I swear.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, gambling. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Personally
Yeah.
thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, it's probably like a movie that I would procrastinate to watch, like push further.
Because you
Uh,
had to record, so you had to watch it soon.
but it's sometimes it's good to have no expectations in watching
Right,
movies. So I mean, Will Smith, like you said, you you like him a lot, but after recent run, especially after Earth.
I can
Sorry, though.
understand. I can
Sorry, though.
It affects me that I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
So, but I will watch it. I will try. I will give it a
Yeah,
try.
yeah, okay. Give it a try.
Um, it's it's a movie that probably can make Will Smith redeem himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
because it's into his style. It's more into his style.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the good points of this movie. Um, I I kind of like there were a lot of twists in this movie. Maybe some may argue a little too much. And when you reach the end, maybe a little too much. but it depends. I thought the twists were okay. I like the chemistry between the two leads. I like the humor. I like Will Smith's performance. Like you said, it's like going back to what he does best. And one of the best ones he did was Hitch, which this one is kind of like Hitch.
Which I used to watch religiously once a week for 2 years.
Right?
Yeah, a good movie.
Because you were trying to get hitched.
That was my go-to movie.
Yeah.
Felt bad during the week.
It's like,
Hitch.
it's like a guideline. You know?
It is a guideline. You know?
Yeah. What else? I liked how the directors they really know how to build up a scene. Right? When we are talking about the Super Bowls, that whole scene where he's trying to up the game every single time against the Chinese guy,
Yeah.
and the director really build up to the climax.
The- because the writers of the movies were the same people who did Crazy Stupid Love as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you know, I mean,
Yeah.
you looked at it there, and then you looked at this, beautiful, you know how they roll it in.
Yeah. Although I think I prefer Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, of course not. You know who does it, right?
I'm just checking, just checking. I don't really remember.
Still on top of my
okay.
thing as well.
Okay. Yeah. What about you? Zul?
My favorite part of the movie. Well, you know, Will Smith and his enemy. Yeah, I love the fact that he does this whole. Of course, it's written for him, right? But the whole instructional tutorial guide to, you know, for instance, in Hitch, that was how to pick up girls. Here, it's to pull off, you know, like stealing from someone, how to misdirect them, you know, hand is faster than the eye type of twang. And I love that whenever he does this, he did it in MIB, he did it in Hitch, can't think of any other Bad Boys as well sometimes.
Okay.
There's like a few elements there. You know, yeah, you know, I'm a fanboy for this Will Smith.
So
So,
you're a Will Smith fan.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why. The cast that accompanied him,
Yeah.
yeah, the characters who played Forrest, who played Fahad, you know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
who could imagine putting a pair of hot pink pants on a guy as big as him? You know?
Really? He pulled it off?
Yeah, he pulled it off. And those really witty
Yeah.
car
the
conversations,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Hey, would you do it? Oh yeah. You know, I was laughing in the cinema. That was just you know, that's why the whole conversation, the chemistry, I think, like you said, between these guys, I like it a lot.
What about you? Lee?
Yeah, I like the chemistry. Yeah, ultimately you can say, I mean, it's a story movie about conman,
Yeah.
but ultimately it's a love story.
That's true. That's true. It's ultimately a love
Yeah,
story.
boy meets girl, boy have the heart of the girls and all, and
Oh,
3 years later,
the
something
love
like that.
story, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
In my
I guess you know the premise of the love story probably good in the beginning, but it was the downfall of the whole thing as well. Which
most
I think,
probably,
yeah,
yeah,
probably, yeah.
something.
We can go into that in the negative. But
Yeah.
do you have any more positive that you want to share?
I like the settings. First in New Orleans, you know, the background, the whole background.
They were
And then
in
Buenos Aires.
Buenos
Two
Aires,
scenes.
Argentina.
Yeah.
So there are not many movies in having those kind of settings.
Right. Right.
Where they jumped here and there, right?
Yeah.
Just wanted to add on as well. Like I said, with the whole the segments, how they tell you the whole thing at first,
Yeah.
and then they give you a quick recap of how they played everybody.
Oh
Evident
yeah.
in Italian Job as well.
Right.
How they pulled off the main heist.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly the same. I mean, of course, the Ocean's movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love these type of movies that backtrack and tell you how they screwed everybody up.
Okay.
The build
Yeah,
up.
so
Yeah.
it's like a movie that can, make a homage to those kind of movies,
Yeah, exactly.
Oceans. In a certain extent, if you remember the Day and Night, Tom Cruise and
Oh
Cameron
yeah.
Diaz.
Okay.
So
Not really.
not really, but it's
I
just
don't really remember any part.
Day and Night.
Day and
Day
night.
and Night.
What was the one with
Tom
Johnny
Cruise
Depp?
and Cameron Diaz.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
No, not that one.
No,
That's
no.
Tourist.
The tourist.
That's
That as well
Tourist.
had it as well,
Exactly,
no?
that's true.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, there's this whole ploy
Yeah,
Right.
twist.
and with style settings and all. Yeah, love that kind of scenes. Yeah, love that kind of movies.
Okay. What about some of the negatives? Okay, to me, I thought the love story or the way they express love for each other, or the way that the audience find out they were in love, was too sudden. It was too abrupt,
Rush.
too rushed. Yes, too rushed. And I thought that that was because of the writing from the directors as well. They wrote the film, um, and suddenly, and at the end of it, you thought Margot Robbie wanted to have revenge on Will Smith, but understandably she has feelings for him. But I didn't expect her to say, "Oh, I love you, don't die," and all that. I think that one came too suddenly, and I also didn't like how the movie, how the last con, if you will, happened, where there wasn't any there wasn't anything that is sexy like Ocean's 11, where it's the whole movie is like really sexy. It's a sexy kind of con. Uh, but for this one is nothing fantastic. Yeah. Um, do you get what I mean when I say sexy? I don't want to mislead.
No. I get what you mean. I mean, it had flair, it had style. This one was just abrupt, like a why not stand type of thing, like
Yeah. Some you can put it that way.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, there wasn't any
No bang, his ass.
substance. No, yeah.
I could go on with an adjective. No boom.
Is it the chemistry? Chemistry between her?
Chemistry.
Him and her?
Chemistry, I thought it was okay. It wasn't fantastic. It wasn't like really hot, steamy chemistry. But there was okay. Maybe because
We didn't have the
we didn't get
privilege.
to watch.
Of course. Throughout the whole movie, I was just watching it. It's like as if two hands went. Oh yes, yes.
What's
This is
happening?
it. I like this. What's going on?
I was feeling awkward when that happened. Sitting there, and then there was just sound of them making out, but you don't see anything, and then people beside you were wondering what's happening.
Were you
as well.
obliged to recreate the scene?
Imagine. We can only imagine now.
I looked at the person sitting next to me.
I think
Yeah, that was. I don't know what they're doing this now in the local cinema.
I mean, for me, I think they should have just cut it.
Yeah,
You know, let it be abrupt. I would complain for 5 seconds and then
yeah,
Yeah.
carry on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was difficult to sit through. But what are some of your negatives, Ali?
Um, yeah, it being some sort of a cliche type of movie, we've seen a
Okay.
lot of this.
Sure.
Yeah, like a reference, an easy reference to Oceans, all these convent films. And if we watch all the Asian films from Asia, Asian cinema,
Right.
we always see this kind of convent films trick. So
Right.
it's just we just diverted to the Western style of it, something like that.
What was that Chinese movie? The one that they had Koreans and
It's a heist movie?
yeah, is it called The Heist?
No.
Oh, but you remember which one, right?
I think so. It's a
Yeah.
mix of Hong Kong,
Korean,
Korean.
yeah.
I think there might be Japanese in there as well.
I don't remember
It
that.
was a team like Ocean's 11 going
Yeah.
to do a heist.
I think yeah, I get what you mean. So they're trying to adapt these type of
Something
things.
like
Yeah.
that. I mean, in Asia, it always, that
It's hard
going
nowadays
into
that
Asia.
it's hard to really come up with something really original.
True,
You know, because I know like what I've been reading recently, you know, there is no such thing as originality anymore.
True.
We
True.
take something, we
You make
imitate
it
it,
better
We
or-
make
you
it,
make it better exactly,
Yeah.
or
yeah,
you know,
diversify it.
yeah,
and,
diversify it. But it's hard, you know. As much as we want to look for something original, it's so
it's
hard.
kind of hard.
Yeah, but I
And,
get what you mean. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what about your negatives?
Oh, I think how they got to the whole heist thing was a bit too. It was too in your face. Like, the movie just starts and then, boom, there she is picking up the wallet from the. Hey, no, this is wallet from the guy at the at the bar, the
Yeah,
drunken guy.
the lobby, the first scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and after that, bringing Will Smith up to the room itself to try and seduce him. Yeah.
Really? Oh, right.
Right? Yeah, I
Okay.
remember. Yeah, it was a bit too abrupt.
Right.
You know, like I expected maybe a little easier storyline. Maybe Will Smith pulling a heist first or something,
Right.
and then after that,
Yeah, and then that's why I say the writing could have been better because there were certain things that it doesn't tie in or gel together very well, and the progression of each subplot didn't really gel so well as you transition along the movie.
yeah.
That's what I thought.
Another aspect was like what Ali said. Just to touch back on what he said, Will Smith, I think, was too comfortable
Yeah.
in this
Okay.
movie, right? You know, I would
Didn't
have.
challenge him.
Yeah, didn't challenge himself to push harder. Like for instance, let's look at iRobot. He was iRobot first before I Am Legend, or I Am Legend. Well, it doesn't matter.
iRobot first, I think.
iRobot first.
iRobot
Okay,
first.
well, whatever it is, he challenged himself in I Am Legend. You know, I read back his interviews, articles where he said it was so hard for him to act alone.
Right, right.
You know,
right.
he had to get his mindset into that, into the mindset where he actually talked to a mannequin.
Yeah.
You know, his only communication was to actually speak to a mannequin. You know, that's why that I Am Legend movie, his performance was very stellar. You know, really, really got to me. Like I kept watching over and over again as well. Whereas with this, it's too comfortable. Even though I know I'm a big Will Smith fanboy, but a bit too comfortable. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah, and finally, of course, finally, Margot, was it Margot
Margot
Robbie,
Robbie.
right? Looking at her performance in Wolf of Wall Street to what she's doing now, it's such a shame.
Right.
She had more potential to really outshine
Well,
herself.
Look at it this
get.
way. She is the starring lead in this. in
Yeah,
this
exactly.
movie,
She was the
and
only
she
soul.
wasn't-
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't in Wolf of Wall Street, so it's like a step up for her.
Okay, now, I mean, if you put it that way, I guess.
Yeah, but also this isn't a movie that's terrible or not good, because it gave her the opportunity to show the audience what she can do as well, even though it's not something that would push boundary. But still, it's a small movie before something else, and it was after Wolf of Wall Street.
She's Australian, right?
She's
Yeah.
Australian.
Yeah.
It's,
And did
yeah,
you-
yeah. You picked
okay.
up on that. I was just like, why did Will Smith throw in that line? You know,
Oh, the
hey, watch,
Australian guy,
watch
yeah.
yourself. There's a lot of Australians here. It's just like, okay.
So I think she's playing American.
She's very American.
Yeah, but still weird. It was so random.
No, it's not random. The guy they were trying to con is the American, is an Australian.
Oh, okay. I didn't pick up on that part. Right. Oh, but do share with the audience the twist that we discussed. We spent 20 minutes.
The twist.
So basically there were what, 4 twists?
There were 4 twists
Yeah,
that
so-
we
Yes.
counted, right? Just counted the 4 twists. First one was when
The American football twist.
the American football.
That was where
they were conning the Chinese guy.
Yeah, where he subliminally
Yeah.
threw in 55 woo woo
Subconscious.
woo all the way, playing the songs, the woo, you know, the earrings, the lights. I mean, they put some thought into that.
Not only thought, effort.
Effort,
So
yeah,
much effort.
exactly. Then after that, to see Fahad in it's true, you know, when you gaze your eyes around and you see the only big guy like myself
Yeah.
in the middle of a field, of course you're just gonna
Right.
go into that.
That's a risk.
First
It's a
plot.
risk. Yeah, that's the first twist.
Yeah.
Second twist, well, second, third, and fourth all happened
At the same
at the
scenes.
end.
Yes.
The one scene where they were being tortured, and the first twist came when Will Smith
Revealed.
Will Smith revealed how he
Revealed the whole plot.
Yeah.
but it was fake. It was fake. And then Margot Robbie revealed that she was
Actually, not the girlfriend,
Yeah.
but she was there trying to steal his 750, how much?
So the watch.
750,000 or 250,000?
Yeah,
Whatever, it was six
the
digits.
watch.
It was a lot.
and Will Smith's like, you're better than that. There's these watches. And then the third one was the
The
father.
father.
The father.
You know, I mean, good twist. You know what I mean? Like initially when he was explaining it, and of course, this is the thing about Will Smith movies, right? He doesn't play. Well, I mean, in some of his movies, racial, the racial thing is never played on.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
make it
Discrimination type of
black
thing,
or
right?
white kind
Yeah.
of
So
character.
of course, when we were, us being the norm, we would always expect when they were telling us stories about how
His father-
was stealing and
Yeah.
killed everything, we automatically thought of an African American, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But then out came this Caucasian man who became he was adopted, right?
Adopted.
He's adopted.
Yeah, adopted.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, there you go. You see? Hey, Mariah Carey.
No.
Mariah Carey.
I meant this movie.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah.
say he's adopted.
Yep.
Yeah, he did say.
Mariah
He
Carey,
did.
and of course, upcoming Fantastic Four as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Remember Human Torch and
Human Torch.
Invisible, yeah.
Yes.
You know, that's two contrasts as well.
Yeah. But this also reminds me of one of the bad points about Margot Robbie's character, where you thought she grew in the 3 years that they were apart, right? But at the end, she was still the same
3 years, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, at the end she was still the same girl who was trying to steal the watch and who's still a bit ditzy and a bit
She is ditzy though.
Clueless, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, a bit clueless kind of
Yeah.
character. I thought she would have wisened up, and I really liked how if she had wisened up, I really liked that angle. But then they went back to
The main core itself, which was the still stealing
yeah, yeah,
petty jobs.
Petty,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I thought that was it was a funny, but I thought it shouldn't have been like that. But okay, anything else to add before we go and give our ratings? Yeah, let's start with you.
um, maybe because I'm biased towards Will Smith
Of course you
movies,
are.
right? It was a feel-good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Um,
9 out of 10.
not as much as I enjoyed. I enjoyed it more than Kingsman itself.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Right. So
I can guess your score now.
yeah, I'm giving it maybe an 8.5. 8.5 being a bit generous, but 8 lah. 8's a nice number for this movie.
Okay. What about Ali?
Well, it's good, but it's not great.
It's good,
But
not great.
but if there's a chance of watching it, I'll definitely watch
Yeah,
it.
same.
Yeah, because
Would you watch Kingsman again?
I haven't watched Kingsman, so I need to watch Kingsman. So yeah, it's a movie that Will Smith needs probably to redeem himself, to pick up his career again.
Probably true.
Yeah, with a companion like Margot Robbie, who is uprising. So
Yeah.
it's a situation where
True.
one actor needs another, and another needs the other actor. So they're gonna, like you guys said,
Suicide
they're gonna
Squad.
be in Suicide Squad. So we'll see how it goes. So 7/10.
So it's all that talk. I really thought I was gonna go 8.5. I was like, 7 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah. For me, I found highly entertaining. But there were some problems like writing, and I didn't like the ending that much. There were things that could have been done better with the Margot Robbie's character. So at the end, I thought 7 out of 10. Yeah. So thank you everyone for
Uh,
tuning in.
Where can we find Ali?
Where can we find more of you, Ali, or follow you online?
Well, you can follow me at Instagram at ALTONO, Altono.
Are you on
Nephew.
private or public? Never mind, it's fine.
What about you? So where can people find you?
Find me on Twitter. ZULMAJTIL.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think I'll put this down on somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Del, what about you? Obviously, we know where to find you.
Really? You do? You can catch me at Delgo in all the various social media channels.
If you really want to find him, just look for him every Thursday at Times Square or at the mall, catching the next flick. Usually at 6 or 7. If you really want to catch him.
Not true. Sometimes it's 9.
Sometimes it's not.
Well, thank you very much for watching, and catch us on the next episode. Thank you very much.
Take
See
care.
you.